welcome to your darling program. Welcome to Newspaper Review. Here with me, I have The Nation and I have The Punch newspaper. Firstly, we are going to The Nation newspaper. OSUN PDP representative tackles Adeleke over $20 million petition to EFCC. Nigeria can replicate global success with decentralization solar energy, says the Energy Commissions of Nigeria. Lagos sent financial crime commissions. Excites like firm promises collaboration with Lagos government. Now the story in details. OSUN PDP representative tackles Adeleke over $20 million petitions to EFCC. A member of the House of Representatives for Ijesha North, Oluwole Oke, who is a member of the People's Democratic Party, has berated Governor Ademola Adeleke petitions of allegedly misrepresentations of $20 million level against former Governor Adegoke Oyetola. Adeleke, through his lawyer Pelumi Olajengbesi, in a petition of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commissions, accused the Ministers of Marine and Blue Economy Oyetola of money laundering, financial misconduct and violations of the Public Procurement Act in the disbursements of grants made for health sectors, improvements of the state. Oke, the chairman of the House Committee on Foreign Affairs and a 50-term lawmakers on the platform of PDP, in a post on his Facebook page yesterday, apologized to Oyetola over the petitions and noting that it was a written to FCC by one of my supposed constituents. OSUN PDP representative tackled Adeleke over $20 million petitions to EFCC. The full details of these stories inside the Nation newspaper for today. Another story here with me in the Nation newspaper for today. Nigeria can replicate global success with decentralization solar energy, says Energy Commissions of Nigeria. The Energy Commission of Nigeria have emphasized the country's potentials to enhance decentralized solar energy solutions to power networks, communities, and reduce dependence on the national grid. Director General of the Energy Commissions of Nigeria, Engineer Mustafa Abdullahi, stated that in a report titled Building a Sustainable Future, a strategy pathways to innovations and development through sustainable solutions via renewable energy. Abdullahi highlighted the transformative impact of renewable energy investments. He envisions a future where major roads are illuminated by solar-powered and LED lights and government buildings, as well as industrial parks, and operates on hybrid renewable energy sources. Abdullahi cited global examples such as Germany and China, where smart grids and solar-power streets, lighting and energy-efficient transportation network have improved connectivity and reduced costs. He noted that under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renew Hope agenda, a clear roadmap has been established to achieve a sustainable energy future. Nigeria can replicate global success with decentralization solar energy, says the Energy Commissions of Nigeria. The full details of these stories inside the Nation newspaper for today. Another story here with me in the Nation newspaper for today. The financial institution awards excites UK firms and promises collaboration with Lagos State. Lagos is supposed to enjoy a more thriving economy with the establishment of the Lagos Financial Crime. The center received a boost recently as the city UK, a United Kingdom-based financial institution, not towards top officials of the Lagos State government to map out strategies on collaboration for successful implementations. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu in November 2023 signed an executive order establishing Lagos Financial Centers in partnership with enterprises. Lagos Financial Crime will serve as a financial hub to integrate Lagos into the international financial network and position it as the Africa's foremost financial hub and create jobs and economic diversifications. The Lagos Financial Centers also align with the Lagos State Development Plans 2052, which aim to develop Lagos as a modern city and a global economic financial hub. Lagos Financial Center excites UK firms and promises collaboration with Lagos government. The full details of these stories inside the Nation newspaper for today. And before we come back to the second edition of this program, the Punch newspaper, if you like to watch it live and direct, you can follow us on our network and click on Abntv network. Likewise on our social media, we have the Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. On our Facebook, you can like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe and share. You can click on Abntv OSUN. Likewise on our YouTube, you can click on Abntv Nigeria. Likewise, we have our Twitter, you can follow us on and like, share, make sure you subscribe and click on Abntv OSUN. And lastly, on our Instagram, you can like and share and comment, and subscribe and click on Abntv Nigeria. And before we come back to the second edition of this program, the Punch newspaper, we'd like to listen to what we have in our studio. We'll be right back.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network (ABN) is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network (ABN) will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
9894 OSUN Street, Suite 875, Houston, Texas 77036.
Contact phone 281-652-8396 and
832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating.
We have in our studio. Now to the second edition of this program, the Punch newspaper. Don't advocate transparent tax system for economic growth. A professor of accounting and tax management, John Owaka, has urged the government to map out and organize and transparent tax structures to enhance revenue generation at the grassroots level. Professor Owaka, who is the Dean of the Faculty of Administration and Management, Rivers State University, Okpolo Orowuku, Port Harcourt, emphasized that the government must uphold its responsibility under the social contract by ensuring that tax revenues are effectively utilized for public good and services. Professor Owaka stated this while delivering his inaugural lecture titled Plug and Play Opportunity in Accounting and Taxations, a social contract lens at the institution. Inaugural lectures in Port Harcourt. Advising his reason for picking the theme, he said, "I choose this topic as a result of significant impacts of accounting and taxation on the Nigerian economy and to reflect my research insights. According to accounting and taxation often seen as a necessary bonding in realities and instruments for social economic development, wealth, the risk distribution, and national growth. The plug and play metaphor emphasizes multiple opportunities inherent in a well-structured accounting and tax system. It underscores how various stakeholders, businesses, and individuals can enhance the potentials of government, accounting, and taxation of diverse objectives. Don't advocate transparent tax system for economic growth. The full state of these stories inside the Punch newspaper for today. Another story here with me in the Punch newspaper for today. Local government autonomy, Supreme Court amended constitution to please executive, says Falana. Human rights lawyers and senior advocates of Nigeria's Femi Falana on Wednesday said the Supreme Court went off the track in granting the federal government's request for local government autonomy. According to him, the Supreme Court amended the 1999 constitution to grant the local government's autonomy request in order to please the executive. He, however, criticized the government for even failing to obey the judgment and alleging that it demonstrates President Bola Tinubu's government's attitude of picking and choosing which court's judgment to obey. Falana spoke in Lagos on Wednesday as a quest at the 4th anniversary of Yinka Odumakin Lectures, which was themed A Selfless in Leadership. He provided examples of what he described as the government's failure to adhere to court rulings under the Tinubu administrations, including the non-implementation of the Supreme Court judgment on local government's autonomy. Local government's autonomy, Supreme Court amended constitution to please executive, says Falana. The full state of these stories inside the Punch newspaper for today. And lastly, with me in the Punch newspaper for today, Donald Trump imposes 14% tariffs on Nigeria exports to U.S. U.S. President Donald Trump has announced that exports from Nigeria to the United States will not be subjected to a 14% tariff. The decision, which was made public during a Make America Once Again event in the Rose Garden on Wednesday, is part of a broader strategy aimed at rebalancing global trade and addressing perceived unfair trade practice. The newly introduced 14% tariff marks a significant shift in U.S.-Nigeria and trade relations, with the U.S. government citing an ongoing trade imbalance. According to Trump administrations, Nigeria imposes a 27% tariffs on U.S. exports, a disparity to the U.S. claims as long as being the remitters to American businesses and consumers. In response, the US has now imposed a new tariff on Nigeria exports to mitigate what they argue is an unfair trade arrangement. In his address, Donald Trump framed that the tariff is part of a longer initiative to protect American industries and ensure that foreign nations play by what he called a new era of fear, promising to superchange American industry base and force open foreign markets long accused of shooting out US goods. Donald Trump imposes 14% tariff on Nigeria exports to US. The full details of these stories inside the Punch newspaper for today, and that's what we have on our newspaper review. If you'd like to follow us live and direct on our website page, you can click and follow us on www.abntv network. Likewise on our social media, you can follow us on Facebook and click on Abntv Houston. Like to share, comment and subscribe. On our YouTube, you can like and share and comment and subscribe and click on Abntv Nigeria as well. And likewise on our Twitter, you can click on Abntv Houston. And lastly, on our Instagram, you can follow us and like, share, comment and make sure you subscribe and share. You can click on Abntv Nigeria. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. My name is Kenny Afolabi. Happy, blessed, and I wish you a blessed, prosperous day. Bye for now.